Hello everyone, and here we are
at the beginning of spring.
So we have 16 crafts to welcome in your spring.
And I love how this table is just really preparing us for this upcoming spring season. It's feeling very festive, very
happy.
pastel, very happy, ready for the garden.
Almost, yes. All right, we're going to start with our felt projects today, and we have a new little addition to our family. We have these two little chicks that probably go with the chicken. We didn't bring the chicken out.
That's
and
okay.
They also have their little eggs. This is so cute. And the thing I love about this little project, it's a twofer, it's a two-in-one.
Yeah.
Because if you're making a felt kitchen, you have your egg pattern. So you can fill up your refrigerator with eggs.
These guys are so cute. I think they'd be adorable if you put a little squeaker in them. So they'd cheep, cheep, cheep.
That would be cute.
And our next felt project, we have this very cute Tulip Garland. Is that the word?
Yep.
Yes. And I love the colors on this with all the purples. We've got those dusty purples and two different green variations.
Kind of a mauve. And of course you can make any color you want with this one to match if you're putting it into a child's room or wanting to decorate for something special. You can mix the colors up.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. This is my favorite felt project this month, and it's the felt cabbages.
Yay, more felt food.
They are so cute. I did try to grow a cabbage last year in my garden. We're going to try again this year.
Well, you got some right there.
I don't even need to. Yes, exactly.
And I did this very cute little revamp of a felt ball bunny. This is a really easy beginner's project. Great for any little ones that want to do some fun crafting.
So I'm here.
Felt balls are very fun and versatile.
They're little ornaments, so you can hang them on your Easter tree.
Yes, or you could hide them around your yard.
Or you could do that too. Super cute and easy to make.
And moving over into our paper projects, keeping with our spring theme, we have these little gift boxes made to look like different animals. We've got a bunny, a sheep, and a little chick.
Such a cute addition to the gift boxes. I know we've had the bunny before. This one's been a little bit updated, and now the bunny has some friends.
I love it.
Yes. Another little project that is great for spring. We love our honeycombs. So here we have a honeycomb tulip. You can make this into a card. It's so cute as a card. What a nice surprise. Or you can even make it, you could double it up and make a full tulip.
I love that idea. I think a full honeycomb tulip would be really pretty.
That would be really pretty. All right, back to the bunnies. Here we have our little bunny garland that are made out of paper. So if you don't have time to make the full felt one with the tulips, you can cut these out in no time. And the thing that's so cute about this is just adding on those little pom-pom tails.
Really adds, what is it, the bunny with the cottontail?
Cottontail. And I think you could use this not just as a garland, you could use it as a place setting for Easter.
Love that idea.
All kinds of little things that
I really like how you styled it on this wreath. I think that's super cute.
Isn't that fun? Yeah.
Hopping bunnies through the field.
I love that. So another project that kind of speaks to Easter because it's a little basket. This is something that is dear to my heart because I love recycling paper bags. In fact, I had to hunt for paper bags because I don't have any more at home. I use all cloth bags now, but I did an iron-on, and I actually did heat transfer and made it double weight, and then made these cute little baskets, little mini baskets. You can use these to put treats in. And then I even have a video on the post showing how to draw these with markers. And they're so easy. This is such a great little beginner project to learn how to draw flowers.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we love a recycling project.
Absolutely. I love it. And you can use cardstock if you want to, but I just think it's so much fun when you
and you could do
bags.
them with a single weight instead of doubling it up.
You could. I just like
I liked extra weight.
The reason why I did the double is I didn't want the print.
I mean, it looks great. It looks like cardstock.
It does. So pick your paper. You can do it whatever you'd like.
Yes.
another project that is kind of dear to my heart is being really sensitive to fragrances. I wanted to share with you my favorite room spray. And this is the recipe. It's how to make it. It has a couple extra ingredients that will really help that fragrance stay, because oftentimes essential oils will fade quickly. So this one I think is such a lovely option to synthetic fragrances, and I use it all around my home all the time.
Yeah, the day you brought this in and we're spraying it around the office, we were all walking in like, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Anybody that came in,
Yes,
it smells so good.
And having a new puppy, it's really helpful.
Necessary.
It is. All right. Another recipe that I wanted to bring to the table is this yummy cookie recipe. I have been really changing up how I eat lately, and this one, every single ingredient is something that I would expect to be healthy. Also brought these into the office and had everyone test them before I shared out the recipe, although I've made this one many, many times.
They disappeared very quickly.
It's a little shortbread recipe, but it's with a twist. It's all made with almond flour.
Tastes like a healthy cookie, like a breakfast cookie.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for me, it tasted beautiful because I try not to eat as many sweets.
I like a healthy cookie.
Good.
All right, and moving on to our paper plant, we have this beautiful dusty. This is the lamb's ear, not the dusty Miller.
Yep.
This is the lamb's ear made from crepe paper, and it's got this beautiful texture from the pan pastel, and it just looks so real in this little pot.
It does, and this is all put in a little pot as a plant, but I can imagine taking these out, putting extra stems on them, and using them in arrangements as well.
And this
but
is just stones in here.
Yeah,
and
just
it
stones.
Looks great.
I think it's so pretty. I would totally put that on my shelf.
Love it.
And with a little lamb, of course. That was a fun styling.
And then you've got this class coming up this month.
Yeah, we have on
I believe it's the 7th.
the 7th of March, we're actually doing another Crafternoon, and Anna's going to join me. And this is, again, a perfect project to bring your friends and people who have never made crafts or made paper flowers, because it is very simple. And also, if you buy the crepe paper, if you have the crepe paper on hand, it doesn't need a whole lot of paper. So it's very cost effective to create something super beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a great one to invite any new crafters or any people that you've been wanting to get into crepe paper flower making, because this is going to be free on YouTube.
Yes. And another thing that we did is we love to throw our little Crafternoons, so we provided a little Crafternoon bundle for you.
Cute.
And this includes a printable invitation and also a little poster, and it has some watercolor that you can do. And again, I show this in a little video in the post.
Cute.
So show you how easy this watercolor is, and it's fun. It's like paint by number.
Yeah, I mean, we love adding that little extra crafty twist to every element of our life, I think.
Yeah, and we have a little challenge going on with this where you'll have to go and read all the details. But we have a challenge, so go check it out.
Can't wait to learn about it.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, and then we have our member make flower, and this is the double tulip, and this is showing some brand new techniques using all crepe paper. This is a little bit more of an advanced flower, and this class will be happening on the 14th of March. So we'd love you to join us for that live with Megan and Leah. I can't wait to see you guys make this one. I love these flowers. They look just so romantic.
They do. I also love the double tulip with that. The next flower that we have, and we also have a video for this one.
This is the Lily of the Valley. I almost
Cardstock.
wanted to say something else, but Lily of the Valley made from cardstock. And oh my gosh, this is
so
my
beautiful.
absolute favorite. This is one of my favorite flowers. They just look like fairy hats.
They do. We have these also in crepe paper, but it's fun to try the different papers with this flower.
I think I like the cardstock better.
Yeah, well, it holds its shape very nicely. And then the last flower, we also have a video for this one.
And this is actually a member request. This has been requested for a long time.
And this is the larkspur. So much detail, so much color. I absolutely love this. I did use this in an arrangement this month, so go check that out. You can see the photo of that arrangement over in our shop at Felt Paper Scissors. It will be the main banner.
And look, I just love how absolutely realistic this one looks.
Oh my goodness, you can hardly tell.
Yeah, this looks like you just went and picked it in a field.
Yes. And the nice thing about it is it won't wilt, it won't fade, and you can use it over and over again.
Gorgeous.
So that is our collection this month. Of course, we have so many more Easter projects over on our site. You can find all of the templates and tutorials for every single one of these at leahgriffith.com.
And if you're looking for any of these materials, you can find them in our shop, feltpaperscissors.com.
We'll see you next month.
Bye.